No intros necessary. No intros necessary. I want to get down to talking business. Let's talk Iowa women's basketball. Let's go. So apparently, can't even say the word. Apparently, Coach Lisa Bluder is not going to play a lot of the players. That much is obvious. So when we get to tournament time, not necessarily conference tournament time, but when we get to the big dance of them all, we're going to have some players whose legs might be a little bit tired. That's a concern for me. Yes, I know and hearing the rumors about sickness going through the team, and I get that. But our depth is severely limited, and I don't like it because I feel like we got capable players. You're gonna wait till next season to mix in these players who don't have a lot of experience, who make like if they stay on the team, Addison O'Grady, Taylor McCabe, Jada Giamfi, if they stay on the team, of course, I think they'll be willing to play. Giamfi. I think I didn't say her name right. But yeah, Jada is another player. I think if they stay on the team, of course, they'll be playing their parts, and we'll see what kind of players they are. But why can't they play a little bit? Some. I mean, you got players under the weather, but you refuse to go deeper down the bench. You don't look to Hannah Stokey in the fourth quarter when the game prior she scored 47 points. Hello, this is me talking. This isn't Jello. I mean, like, what's going on? Like, really, what's really up? Like, Caitlin, okay, so she's under the weather, maybe so. Maybe fatigue was possible. I mean, no baskets. Who is to blame for that? I mean, like, I can't wrap my mind around it. And I get it. You know, it's a big, big subject going around that Caitlin didn't score because she wanted to get the record at home. Well, she didn't even get a bucket. So I'm not even sure that it makes sense to me, even though I guess I can understand it, because even me, myself, I'm like, this is not you, Caitlin, but who's to blame? And like, shout out Quita Love Sports, one of my favorite women's content creators on YouTube. She said Coach Lisa Bluder was dialing it back. You know what I mean? They had Caitlin looking like a screener. They had her playing like an off-ball decoy. She's steadily moving around. She's like allergic to touch the ball. And when she does touch the ball, she shuffles it off. And you don't want to lose a game that you could have won. And it's just one game. So we don't want to harp on it too much. It's all about the next game. It's about bouncing back. We don't lose a lot. So in my opinion, yeah, losing, it does hurt. I want to win every game. But then sometimes, you know, I feel like it's South Carolina syndrome. Like they haven't lost a game since we beat them. I mean, come on now. This is surreal. It's crazy. But, you know, sometimes your team, I'm tripping over words left and right. Your team treats you so good that you don't want to lose and you don't like to lose. And it was just a rough one. But what will we do? I mean, we don't want to sit here and come March Madness time. We don't want to be knocked out of the tournament, period. But we don't want to be knocked out of the tournament early, you know, because you can't just keep having these meltdowns. It just can't occur. We talked about it in a live. And another thing, from my humble opinion, we got to get something out of Gabby Marshall. Gabby, you're awesome. Let's start there. You're awesome, Gabby. And I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. But defensively, you're bringing it. And we're thankful for it. But you got to mix it up, and you got to figure out how to give us at least 6 to 12 points. It's been talked about. We've thrown that out there. A lot of Iowa fans, but you're a great, great person, and you give it all you got. And you do play hard. But from an offensive production, we definitely need a few buckets from Gabby Marshall. And Sydney Folter, as great as she is, she's also undersized. So I really just sit and just look at the team sometimes, and I say, Caitlin is so great, but who is going to definitively, and we've been talking about this since the season began, who's going to definitively come through as the number 2 option? I mean, and if we don't need a number 2 option if everybody's going to do it by committee. A lot of our wins, you see a nice committee participation on the offensive side of the ball. And it was very bad that we did not have Molly Davis. But like I told you guys, Hannah Stokey coming a game off a 47-point performance. We don't even look to her in the fourth quarter. You know, you got to get the ball down low if you can't knock your outside shots in. And sometimes you can't. I mean, basketball as a whole, everybody loves the 3-point shot. And that's just the way the game is, and that's just the way the game goes. And sometimes it's a dangerous game. You make them, you miss them. If Nebraska, if that girl, if she misses that 3-point shot, kudos to her for knocking it down. Maybe we hold on. But, and then if Kate Martin or Caitlin Clark hits their 3 and we go to overtime, maybe we get the great reset, hit the great reset button, and we figure out a way to win. But ultimately, guys, here's my thing about this video as I wrap up. We got to figure out how we can get another body or 2 in the lineup consistently. Get some of these girls some minutes. Give Addison O'Grady some minutes. Let somebody get a look. Where's Sharon Goodman at? You know, ring Sharon Goodman's doorbell. Is this something she's doing in practice that's not getting her playing time? And then, you know, Taylor McCabe. Can she get some minutes, a few minutes, something? Because, I mean, we don't want to burn everybody out. We just don't want to do that. I mean, you got so many teams that got that all the way down their lineup. And I just, you know, hey, I just don't like that. But maybe coach just knows what she's doing, I guess. I mean, I hate to second guess. But ultimately, guys, I'm worried because I've been worried even in the off season that we would be the team that would have a good year. I would say have a good year, but then when the tournament comes, I always felt that it would be a good likelihood that we wouldn't make it back to the national title game. And I hope I'm wrong. But anyway, guys, that's going to end it for this video. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on what we should do. What do you think about the depth situation? What do you think? Is Caitlin Clark having to do too much? Drop it in the comment sections. This is RC. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'm gone.